Hello, everyone.
Hey, hi.
And, Uh, Prajwal, for us, yeah, can you be on camera, please? Hello.
Hello, sir.
How was the long weekend? 15th onwards. Prajwal, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hi. Arav said he's going to take some time. Uh, I think Arav and Advik, only two folks were waiting on. Okay. For us, how's your PRD and backend setup?
Yeah, backend is done. I'll just send you the PID is also done. I'll just send it to you right now, the final PID.
Okay, sure. Prajwal, we've set up backend, right, for your
Ah,
project?
yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Let's just wait for a couple minutes and then we'll start. Give me just a minute. Twix here. I got the PRD for us. I'll take a look. Pritesh, you've seen it, right?
Yeah. Been
Okay,
through an hour back.
okay, sure.
Mhm.
Uh, all right. So in this session, we're going to start off with the front end. Uh, like the front end of it, like now that your back end is more or less ready, we'll start designing like the front end screens, the navigation, how does one screen move from the other, then between front end and your database, like one second. Yeah, between your front end and your database, how does the conversation happen, etc. That is something that we're going to start with. Hey Arav, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are
I'm
you?
good, thank you.
Is Advik joining in?
I have no clue, honestly. I can text him though.
Yeah, I did just ping him once. I think I saw him trying to join in.
Okay, I'll text him.
Okay. Okay. So we'll get started. So from this session onwards, session 5 and the next 3 to 4 sessions is going to be think of it like live building sessions. Right. This session, I'll still probably for the first few things, I'll still walk you through on how to do things. Um, And then from later second half of the session onwards, you're going to try and prompt and design and start building stuff. And wherever there is an issue, either me or Pritesh is going to like come by and help you get unstuck, right? Yeah, Advik.
Yeah, hi. Sorry I was late. There's a lot of issues with the power today.
Okay. No worries. No worries. I'll just quickly summarize what we've just spoke about. From this session onwards till the end, it's going to be live building sessions alone, right? So this session, the initial phase of the first 20, 25 minutes, me and Pradesh will still walk you through some of the tools that we're going to use and how we're going to use some of the basic components of it, right? And then it gets handed over to you. You'll use this session individually. You'll start building. You'll start prompting wherever you're getting a problem or wherever you're facing an issue. You'll join into breakout rooms with me and Pritish, and we'll be helping you live, especially with bug fixes. What do you do from one stage to another, etc. Right. So that's something. So from here on, we should really get going really fast, right? But before we get started, let me share my screen for a bit. Um, right. Let me know once you see my screen. Okay, let me know when you see my screen.
I can see it now.
Okay, perfect. So, so we're going to so Bolt. So you have one second. You have created your backend on Superbase already. Basically, you have for example, like either of you'll have a project, and inside each project, you'll let me pick up a project which is something that I can show. So this is where you'll see all your tables. Each of these is, if you look at it, right, like all your databases sort like your Excel sheets. You'll have rows and columns. Again, this is a relational databases. There are multiple other types of databases, but in this sense, we're going to talk about this, right? Each database, like there are user profiles, there are multiple other tables. In depending on the kind of project you have, you'll have a profile table to store all the information about your users. Then you're going to have other tables, for example, stock market. Like for example, in Faraz's case, you'll have like, let's say, recommendations and things like that, because you'll have to store, say, Prajwal and Arav and Advik, your databases will have tables for either NGOs or pet shelters, and you'll store the information out there. Any information, just a quick recap, any information that you have to store and make it accessible for everyone to use, that's when you'll need a database, right? So once that is done, so we're going to start with let me start with a very basic app that we started earlier in the previous session itself. So board, a little about board. Have you guys question number one? Have you taken a look at the this URL that I've shared on the group? Yes, no, yet to do. Yeah, guys, you'll have to speak. Others will be
I
waiting.
just I just went through the first two videos, like
Got
right
it.
in
Got it.
this class.
Got it. So this, I mean, these are like 8 videos, which will give you a pretty decent head start. But beyond that, see, the ideal way of learning how to build and how to build an accelerated way with AI, there are like a lot of YouTube tutorials out there, especially with Bolt.new. How do you prompt with it? How do you use different features, etc. Right? Now, the first 3 sessions are very important to get you started, because the first prompt that you give in Bolt is make or break, right? And in this session, the first 15-20 minutes, what I'm going to talk to you about is possible potential types of issues that you may run into, what kind of fixes you can expect, and basic real estate of Bolt, right? A quick question though. Any idea what kind of tool Bolt.new is? Anyone? I'll probably start seeing things out. Did I see Arav in my screen first?
Maybe it's a tool that you can use to like help build prototypes of apps. Like for
Perfect.
example, the one you have just here.
Perfect. Perfect. It's a very good description of it. So typically, like, okay, everyone unmute yourself, please. Shout out loud, like the answers that come to your head right when we start on about it. We've covered some of it in the previous sessions. When you take a web application, what are the different components out there? You're going to have a front end. You're going to have what else?
Backend.
Backend. You're going to have
Database.
Database.
databases, right? So all of the and then your business logic lies somewhere in between, right? Now Bolt.new, it technically is, as of today, see, the Bolt is a company that's moving at rapid pace and they're launching updates. By the time these videos got recorded, the videos that I was sharing here, by the time the videos got recorded to today, it's been like maybe barely a month, but then there have been like a few updates already. That's the pace at which they move. So, but as of today, Bolt is largely front end only, meaning like how I showed. It'll give you what your users would see. So all your screens, all your layouts, the places where you click. This is something that Bolt will help you build. Then there has to be some way in which you need to connect your front end to your back end, to your database, because right in its own state, Bolt cannot speak with Superbase and connect with the tables. We have to establish those connections. We'll discuss all of that in just a bit, right? So this left side, this is your prompt box. This is where you're going to prompt and make all kinds of changes. This is where you're going to tell Bolt saying, this is what I want to do. This is what I want you to do, and then describe things in detail, right? It, take a note, because in fact, when we're going to start working on Bolt, we're going to do all of these things again. My UI and your UI in Bolt may look a little different because on the free version, it's going to be like not all of these will get accessed, right? Um, so basically, make sure that you display token usage in chat. This is one primary thing. Actually, why don't we do this? Why don't you all go to bolt.new, set up your account, and then do some basic housekeeping on Bolt while I walk you through some of the things. Can one of you share your screen so that I can point you to the exact steps that you need to do?
I
Uh,
don't
Uh,
yeah.
sure, go for it.
Okay, you can check priority, guys. All good. We go.
All right, thanks. Uh, Still good, yeah.
Mhm. Everyone has your GitHub account sorted, right?
Is it visible?
Yeah, perfect. So go to let me know, give a thumbs up when everyone's on the same screen. Open up bolt.new on your systems as well. So so as far as goes through the next steps of setting up, please, Arav done, Prajwal, you've done. You're on bolt.new. Advik?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead, get started.
Yeah,
Right. So you've already set up your GitHub account, so sign in with GitHub.
right.
It's better to sign. So you could sign in with Google also and GitHub also, but eventually you're going to deploy as well using GitHub. So best to do GitHub. Otherwise, bolt.new. Right.
Yeah,
You should see this initial page, right? Just a thumbs up if everyone's logged in via GitHub. Just a thumbs up so that I understand that we can proceed. Okay, Prajwal done. Arav, Advik.
Mine is authenticating.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
I think it's because you're using the same account, probably. I'm not
Oh
sure.
yeah, maybe. We'll get up.
Oh, okay, okay. I think one of you can do it in that
You can
case.
push them. I'll stop mine.
Okay.
You can just do a restart of the page and then authenticate against authenticate with GitHub again. Hey, can two people share screen? Adrit, can you also try sharing your screen?
I'll try 1 second. Oh, it doesn't work. It says I have
Okay.
to.
Okay, no worries. Then let's proceed. Let me know once you're done. Prajwal, you're done, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's still stuck at authenticating. I'm not sure why.
Okay. Can you close and restart again?
Okay.
Uh,
Like,
uh, there are only two reasons why. One, a network connection, or two, the other option is maybe you have been authenticated already.
yeah, that could be the reason. So I'll just close the tab or
Yeah. Close the tab and then go to bolt.new again.
okay.
If it's still stuck, maybe Arav can try. Just let me know.
Yeah, Arif, you can try. It's not really working out for me.
Okay, I'll try mine. Sorry, give us a sec.
Yeah. You're working on the same account, right?
Yeah, Poor Connect. We have a shared Gmail. Mine don't work either.
Oh, okay. Can you just for us? Can you stop sharing? Can you guys share your screen for us? Sorry, Advik or Arav, one of you. I just want to see what's
I can
happening.
share mine. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's just authenticating.
Um. Okay. Uh, just closed. Click on try signing in with Google instead.
I was it was signing
Oh,
and I signed
wait a
out.
minute. I think you've tried it out with Google already.
Yeah, but I signed out after.
Okay. Can you share your tab or something because we can't see what else is coming. Okay. Click on sign in now directly. Sign in
GitHub.
with Google. No, sign in with Google now.
Google worked for me last time.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So because your account is already connected with Google, so it won't. You could either sign in with Google or with GitHub.
Oh, okay, so Google
Shouldn't
works.
uh, shouldn't shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, you could have continued screen share, but anyway, no,
Oh,
no
my bad,
worries.
my
Why
bad.
don't you share your screen? Why don't you share your screen? We'll proceed with next steps.
I'll just
Uh,
share.
Yeah,
yeah,
do I continue? Arav, you go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
yeah. Okay, the first thing, hover towards the left of your screen so that you are not on bold, just somewhere in between, in the middle. Just hover to the left so that your
Sorry,
left navigation
sorry, I
pane
couldn't
will
hear
come
you.
up.
I couldn't hear you, sorry.
Just hover to the left side of your screen, your navigation pad. Yeah. So this is where if you're working on more than one project, this is where all your previous chats would come by. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, for us, you had a question.
Is it okay if I just off my video for like a few minutes?
So sure, sure,
Yeah.
no worries. Go for
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah. Do follow on though, so that we'll get the basic setup done. For us, you're there, right? Like
Yeah, I'm still here.
follow
Yeah.
on. Hmm. Okay, sure. Okay, go to the navigation pane again, Arav. Right. Go to settings.
Yeah, I already have the token turned on.
Right. So display token usage in chat. Everyone set that up. Okay, Advik and Arav. So for us, you set it up.
Uh,
Token you. Prajwal. Prajwal done.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. Okay, next, go to next go to subscription and tokens. So this is where your overall token count is going to be showcased here. Now,
Yeah.
as a free user, you're going to have 1 million tokens for the month, and you
Yeah.
can use up to 150,000 tokens per day. Right. So after 150,000 tokens, you'll have to wait till the next day to resume again. For the
Yeah.
first 2-3 days, right? Like I would recommend go use the free tier, get used to Bolt, and then go to the $25 per month subscription, right? So that gives you 10 million tokens, and most likely your project should be done within 10 million tokens,
Got it.
right? Next, go to applications. Uh, so you'll need to connect all of these. So you already have your GitHub
Yeah.
set up. Yeah. Guys, go to application, authorize Superbase and authorize Netlify. Have you guys created your accounts on Netlify yet?
No.
Okay, so we can do
Yes.
Netlify later also. It's okay. Don't bother.
It
Make
doesn't give
sure.
me option to connect to GitHub.
Yeah, that's because it's already. So it says to revoke the authorization. Look for the Bolt application and click revoke.
Oh,
This
okay.
means it's already set up,
Okay.
right? Uh, just give me a thumbs up if Superbase is also done. Superbase connection is also done. Prajwal. Okay, Faraz is done. Prajwal is done. Perfect. Next, let's go to cloud.
Loud. Okay.
Right. So this is a brand new feature, probably came up about 3-4 days ago. Earlier, so basically you have your front end setup, you have your back end setup. That like, how do you make it accessible to everybody else out there, right? You need an address. You need a public address that people can reach out to. So basically, this whole process is called hosting. So your let's say bold.new is an address that you go to visit the tool, right? So similarly, you're going to use Bolt's inbuilt hosting facility to deploy your app. So this is deployment and hosting. Again,
Yeah.
whenever you guys have some time, it's a good read. It's going to be interesting as well, right? We don't have to bother about this as of now. Let's go to knowledge. Got it. So here, you see global instructions. Now I'm going to give you just a second. Pritish, do you happen to have the global system prompt? Can you paste it in chat?
Yeah, I'll just get it from Google itself.
Yeah, yeah. Or let me because I hadn't in the new thing I didn't set it up yet. Okay, I got it. Uh, so go to chat, Zoom chat, and copy the prompt that I've shared in chat. I'll explain why that prompt as well. Go to Zoom chat and paste it here. All right. So basically, this is global instructions. Whatever we're telling here, Bolt applies this uh, prompt as a default prompt. So we're telling in every new file that you create, add a comment at the top of each file. Now, why is this helpful? Again, AI gets hilariously confused with what we ask it to do, right? And sometimes what happens is it'll do, let's say, process A, it'll get confused by itself, it'll assume that it would have done something else, and it would make errors. This kind of errors is super frequent, so don't panic. To prevent that a little, adding a comment at the top of each file helps both understand the context better. And even when for us, when we are reviewing the code, it is easier for us to get to it, right? Then if any file exceeds 500 lines of code, refactor it into smaller modules. Now, this is again important because like a board often finds trouble editing lines of code which are like 700, 800 to 1000, and maybe even more than 1000 lines of code. It's always good to refactor the entire. Refactoring is, instead of 1000 lines of code, one code, we'll break it into pieces. And then instead of one code with one file with 1000 lines, we're going to have, let's say, 3 to 4 or 2 to 3 files with 300 to 500 lines of code out there. Why? Because for reviewing code, it becomes a lot easier. Okay, so that's what. Again, then we're telling it keep all code modular and well organized so that it'll give comments and stuff. It'll have proper indents and stuff so that it's easier. Do not make assumptions if something is unclear. Ask the user for clarification instead of guessing. Now, this is important because all of these tools, Bolt, Lovable, Cursor, all these tools which we are going to explore during these next few sessions, they all use Claude, Anthropic Claude under the hood. Now, Claude is notorious for overacting, right? You give it, you tell it 2 things to do, it'll do 10 things which you don't want, right? So to kind of avoid that from happening, we kind of say do not make any assumptions. Next up is implement lazy loading. Any idea on what lazy loading is? Can you guys take a guess? Advait, Arav, Prajwal, Faraz, any guesses about what lazy loading is?
Is it like when you don't load things that are needed?
Brilliant. Precisely. So whenever you have, imagine you have a long like website where you keep scrolling. Uh, Websites don't wait till all the content on your page is loaded, right? So as and when you scroll, it keeps loading behind, right? So that's called lazy loading. Why is it needed? It just makes websites load a lot faster, right? And then always mobile first and fully responsive design functionality. Why? Because most likely we're building progress as like web apps which are intended to be used on a mobile phone. So we're saying that in terms of design, make sure that mobile compatibility is always preserved. Now, this is a global prompt, right? Okay, quick question. Did everyone paste the global prompt in your knowledge section? Click on save prompt as well. All done? If done, give a thumbs up, please. Okay, Prajwal's done. I can see. So the thumbs up, except for you, everybody else. Faraz is done. Okay, perfect. Right. I think Pritesh, you should quickly explain that also.
Yeah. So all of you would have seen YouTube or Netflix, right? So it doesn't load the entire video for you right when you click the URL, right? It loads part of it, and then as and when you keep watching it, it loads the remaining part of the video, right? So that is what lazy loading in video context is. But then in websites and all, you see Instagram, you scroll it up and then only the other content is loaded. It's largely used in video content platforms. Let's say in Instagram, you see the first reel. After that, let's say even if you disconnect your internet, 2 3 reels after that will be loaded by default, but nothing after that. So that is where the UX is not broken. Let's say you have a patchy internet, you still have some content to view. So this makes your website A, more user friendly, B, it doesn't consume a lot of internet.
Good. So next up is go to experimental features. Right. So this you'll get this once you go to a paid plan. But this is one of the most important feature of Bolt.new. Now, what is dynamic reasoning? So there are two cases, right? Dynamic reasoning can still build a pretty good UI logic and everything, even with a bad prompt. Why? Because once you give a prompt, what Bolt does there is it takes the prompt, it first recreates a better prompt, it thinks for a while, and then plans an approach and then starts executing it. So that's what it says. It improves results in complex or logic heavy problems by allowing deeper reasoning, may result in longer response times or higher token usage, right? So by default, if you're not making small and minor edits, it's always good to turn on dynamic reasoning. So you will turn this on after you take the paid plan, right? So this is the basics. Okay, you can close your close this window. All right. So, because you have limited tokens right now, will not do the basic stuff here. But you can do one thing here. You can click on GitHub. Do you see that import from Figma and GitHub, right? Log into GitHub.
One sec, the email's on my phone. I just checked the account.
Yeah. Yeah. Prajwal and Faraz, you also see, because you've already logged in via GitHub, you should have gotten a GitHub pop-up already. All right. You should see this screen. So if you have any GitHub repositories already, you could choose from an existing repository, right? But because we don't quite have any repository as of now, so it'll show up as an empty thing. Now, why is this useful? Because once you start building with Bolt, see every LLM, right? Every tool has a limited memory. So if you always remember, if you cross about 15 prompts in one message, one chat, you should always clone and make a different chat. Otherwise, it will start hallucinating. So these are things that we will do as and when we progress in the next stages. All right. So we will do this repository connection later, right? So Arif, so let's get to your PRD once. So everyone, before we make the first prompt, please open up your PRDs, the final ones. All right. Just make sure that, okay. Show me the functional requirements.
Yeah, sure. Starts here.
Okay, so this is very, very important. Please go to your choice of LLM, because before we get started in Bolt, right? We need to very clearly. So, for example, see, Bolt does its own independent thinking, right? We need to tell Bolt that we have already created the tables. Please use only those tables and only those details when you are building it. So your functional requirements should be written in such a way that it uses some of these table names and the field values as part of your functional requirements sentences. Before we go and how to do that, I want you to tell me why that is the case. What is the advantage of rewriting the functional requirements, including the table names and table fields out there?
To like give the a better understanding of what we want to
Correct. Perfect. See, again, LLM, your output becomes more and more better based on the amount of context you give. In this case, for example, could you scroll up a bit? Yeah, okay. So the system shall display a list of registered and verified dog shelters, right? Now, if we give only that to Bolt, now Bolt can think of multiple things. Bolt could assume that, can you scroll up? Can you scroll up a bit? Yeah, sure. The system shall display a list of registered and verified dog shelters. Now, Bolt could imagine, okay, registered dog shelters के लिए there's going to be one table, and that table could have like n number of fields, right? It would assume its own data and it'll start building. Why? Because it still doesn't know that we've already prepared stuff in Superbase already. Then connecting that to our already predefined database becomes a problem. So which means we need to upfront tell Bolt that we already have the database out there. And then while you are defining the functional requirements, exactly use like, okay, the system should display a list of registered shelters from which table? From which table, what fields should be displayed? So that's something that's very important. So now question, how do we convert the existing functional requirements in this format to a format that already has the data the fields from your database? How do we do that? Thoughts, question, ideas?
Could you repeat the question? Your voice was cutting.
Okay, so the question was, how do we convert the functional requirements in this format into functional requirements which use the tables that we've defined? How do we get there fast?
Maybe we can use like our choice of AI to go and put a prompt like convert these
Yep.
functional requirements and use elements from the tables.
Exactly, and that's what we're going to do now. So let's just take a quick status check. Prajwal, your functional requirements with the table names are already done, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Arav, Advik will do yours. Faraz, yours is done.
Yeah.
Functional requirements with the
Yeah.
okay, perfect. So Arav, let's quickly do this. Like open up your okay.
Now, should I do it in one because I've
Yeah,
already.
hold on. Before you go there, do you have something called projects or something here in Po?
No.
Uh, Go to bots
Start
and
with
apps.
Perplexity. I can start Perplexity right now if you want.
Yeah, maybe let's move to Perplexity then.
Okay, sure. Let me just
Because
open up.
yeah, and this is very important for the rest of you as well. Faraz, which LLM do you use?
Uh, as of right now, I use DeepSeek.
DeepSeek. Okay. DeepSeek does not have projects, right?
Projects as in?
As in, I'll show you
No, no, it
what
doesn't have.
it doesn't. Okay. Prajwal, what do you use?
Sir,
Which LLM do you use?
so now I'm using Claude.
Claude. Okay. Are you on the paid or the free version of Claude?
The free version.
Free version. Okay. How many of you have Airtel SIMs? I think I know Advik has Airtel. Prajwal, do you have an Airtel SIM?
Yes, sir.
Okay. To go to Airtel Thanks app, Airtel gives 1 year of pro subscription for Airtel users. For us, do you have an Airtel SIM by any chance? Anybody within your
Yeah,
uh,
but my phone isn't working right now.
you don't need a phone actually. If someone who has an Airtel SIM can help you out with a Pro Access, otherwise the other option is to pay $20 a month for the subscription, right? So this is essential actually. So try getting it. So let's do one thing then. Advik, can you share your screen instead then because you have the Pro already set up, right?
Yeah, sure.
I'll do it one sec. I'll share my document with you so you can just use this one.
Okay.
Hmm. And specifically, Arav and Advik, both of you, because you're working on the same project, all
Yeah.
your PRDs, database, DB schema, everything should be shared between both of you, right? Like
Yeah.
otherwise, like there's going to be like some scope for confusion.
Yeah.
One second, I'll just share the.
Mhm. So meanwhile, then to optimize for time, Pritesh, why don't you let's go into breakout rooms. between you, Arav, and Atvik, if you can get them up to speed with functional requirements, let's get the project space set up. Then let's get the functional requirements written with the table details. Faraz and Prajwal have already done it, so we'll get into another breakout room and we'll get started with the first prompt in Bolt.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, I'm creating the breakout room. Just a second. Faraz and Prajwal and Faraz and Atvik. Okay, so you should get an invite to join a breakout room. Let me know if you see it. Prajwal, you should also join in. Okay. Pritesh, you also should join in. You would have
Nope.
this thing. Oh, you didn't get it?
नहीं.
Okay. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's because I didn't assign you. I'm assigning you to Pritesh. Okay. You can go there. Okay, let's just wait for the rest of the folks to come by too. Let's just wait for a while for the rest of the folks to join in as well.
So, do you have any idea for how much longer this session?
We're almost done. We'll just a quick check on what this is, and then we'll finish this.
Okay.
Okay. Go to your bolt window. Hey guys, Pritish, the FRs are done, right?
Yeah, the FRs are done, and we ran into Superbase problem in the first prompt. So
Awesome.
good learning for all of us. We'll
Perfect.
probably connect offline, me, Arav, and Advik, to kind
Sure,
of
sure.
troubleshoot that. So first prompt, I was pleasantly surprised that we hit bug right at the first prompt.
That's actually good, by the way. Anyway,
Yeah.
like just one like last few things before we get going. So this is your Bolt window. You'll see all your code files, your tree out here when you click on code. Click on preview. So preview. This is how your initial pages would look like as and when you start building it. Towards the right, up top, there are four icons, right? Right side, extreme right side. This is click on that inspector tool. Click on that. Yeah. So for example, if you want to change anything, let's say, yeah, exactly. So let's say you want to change instead of impact, you want to make it, let's say, impacts or something. If you want to do a pointed edit, you can click there and then in the prompt you can tell Bolt saying, hey, change this. Okay, so that's what inspector is used for. Click on that again. Okay, clear it. Then inside on the left side, go to the prompt box. You see bottom at the bottom. You see four things like four icons again, right? So click on the third one from the left. Yeah. Click on that. This is the most used, the most important feature in Bolt, right? This is called discussion mode. Always create, like, what are you going to build next, or any brainstorming or any questions that you want to talk to Bolt or so. Always use discussion mode and not the main thing. So while in discussion mode, Bolt will only chat with you. It will not make edits to your code. If you turn off discussion mode, it will start making edits to your code directly, right? So that's one thing. So far, I think you can stop sharing, Prajwal. So I think this is where we got started with Bolt. By the time we get to our next session, right, there are two things that I want all of you guys to do. Please finish going through the videos, like understand what's happening out there, like how to get started, what is discussion mode, what is inspector, like a few things. How do you prompt well in Bolt? And that is very, very important. So if you are well prepared in our next session, you're going to go a lot faster, right? So that's number one. Number two, each one of you should book a one-on-one slot with me or Pritish. In fact, Prajwal, you're with me. Arav, Advik, and Faraz, you're with Pritish. Make sure that depending on the time when Pritish is also available, please book a half an hour slot with Pritish, you and me, Prajwal, to ensure that we get the beyond the first prompt. So what we're going to do offline is how do we do in general prompt sessions. So once that this today's session and that session is done, you'll be in a proper state to keep prompting and continuously build your product. In our everyday Friday sessions, ideally, we will be like going into our breakout rooms, and then we'll be only talking through where we got stuck. Right. Most of the things will be done by you from here on. So which means you need to get prepared. Right. So again, I'll repeat. finish, watch through the videos from the link that I've shared. Second, make sure that you book a slot with us. Otherwise, the next session also we're going to waste time in just doing some basic housekeeping. We're not going to move forward. Correct? So those are the two things, pretty important. So please check in with me and Pratish and get your slots readied out. Okay? Awesome. Cool then. I think that's the end of it. Any questions? Me and Pratish will stay back for some time. If you have any questions, you can stay back. Otherwise, I think we're good to go.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Okay. I think it's just us. Pratish, I'm disconnecting. Are you there? You're on mute.
Oh man, I was speaking on mute.
Cool. I'm ending the call. I'll just give you a quick phone call after this.
Sure, sure, sure.